A blessed Christmas to all of you. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time with your family and friends today. Ready to dive in to listen? Let's go. We will see three aspects of the birth of Christ today. Bear with me as this is going to be a bit longer than usual. The first aspect, Jesus the King. Jesus was the King of the Jews according to Matthew chapter 2 verse 2. The wise men asked people in Jerusalem, "Where is he who has been born King of the Jews?" Throughout the Old Testament, people always sought to have a king in their time. According to the prophecies, they were looking for a Messiah who would rule the earth and get rid of the Romans from them. Unfortunately, God's plans for man's redemption were completely different. He wanted his son to die on the cross, to bear the sins of the world, not to rule here on earth. Jesus was a king, but not of this world. A king is born in a palace, but Christ the King was born in a manger that too, back in the day, was considered the lowest of all. And he also died as a king, and they labeled him on top of the cross the King of the Jews. And next, Jesus is coming back as a king and will also judge the world as a king. The second aspect, Jesus was rejected. In the end of Luke chapter 2 verse 7, it says, "There was no guest room available for them." At this crucial time, Mary and Joseph weren't able to find a place to rest. All the guest rooms were full. The only place available was the stable nearby. Mary had to give birth in a room full of farm animals. Imagine how her fear would be. But still, this was the place where Jesus was born. He was rejected by his people, later on his family, and those he wanted to help. Generally, he was rejected by the world. The third aspect, the good news of Jesus. The wise men came from the east. They followed a star and came all the way and found Jesus. They came giving gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, according to Matthew chapter 2, verse 11. They heard the good news and moved respectively. The same happened with the shepherds in the nearby field. They saw the angels announcing Christ's birth, and they immediately went to see Jesus in the manger. They were overjoyed and praised God on their way. How do we respond to the good news today? Do we take it into heart and ponder about it? Yes, my friend, let this Christmas remind us all that Christ is King, Christ was rejected by the world, and Christ's death and resurrection gave mankind eternal life. Keeping this in perspective, how will you celebrate Christmas today?